For almost 20 minutes, the election venue turned chaotic, although it was sort of guided chaos.
Sisi tulisema ni kwamba hatutaki delegates wapigwe, delegates watu special katika chama. So tukasema delegates wasipigwe, National Election Board isipigwe. Tulikuwa tuna mbinu zetu za kufanya hiyo uchaguzi ambayo isinyo na huko na vita. Whatever ili happen wakati ilikuwako ni uliwa tu masanduku za kura na zile ballot papers, na huko na mtu akiumizwa, wajumbe wote hakuna mtu aliumizwa, na game yetu vile tulipanga ilienda vile tulikuwa tumepanga.
Funny enough, while the delegates for Nairobi were supposed to be 84, there were about over 300 there shouting. So there were more delegates than the actual delegates required. There was so much drama because, like the Meru list, which had been brought by Mugambi Manyara, Mporo Apuri, it was said, came into Orange House and ran away with all the badges for the delegates. So it was chaos, and Margaret Langat was in deep trouble.
When you see your ballot boxes and papers flying up, definitely you cannot have an exercise there. So when I saw that and Maura was still shouting on top and the boxes were flying, I simply walked quietly and exited the hall. So I exited and I went and sat in my car. By the time I was getting out, people were asking me, you, the press, what is happening, madam? What is up? I didn't talk to anybody because I didn't know what was happening. All I saw is things flying, Isaac Maura on top of the table, and you cannot now tell what was happening. So I simply went, sat quietly in my car, now wondering, I had spent so much time preparing for those elections. At that time, I think we spent almost 30 million, close to 30 million to prepare for the National Delegates Convention. So you can imagine in a split of a second, all that is flying up in the air and everything is destroyed. So I just went, I was feeling so bad and I just sat in the car. Then within a short while, I was called. I was told Baba was somewhere in a room, and the rest of the people were there, Babu and everybody. They were in the room and they were looking for me. For me now, I knew there was no exercise, so what next?
For the second time on that day, Raila Amolo Odinga
We hiring policemen, and then they allow people to come in with all sorts of things to destroy. The people who came in, were the security who turned out to be called Men in Black, were so many. How did they come in? So later on, I was told they were actually jumping over, they came in through, forced themselves through the gates.
Hakukuwa na Men in Black, tulikuwa na delegates wa chama ambao wakutaka hiyo uchaguzi endelee. Hiyo Men in Black pengine tu walikuwa wamevaa masuti, but ukweli kwamba walikuwa ni delegates wa chama ambao walikuwa wanaona kuna wasama inafanywa na ambayo iendi vizuri, ndio waliweza kuzuia uchaguzi. Kwa hivyo hakuwa na Men in Black, walikuwa wajumbe wa ODM ambao walikuwa pale, ambao wako wanaridhika na yale mambo yalikuwa yanaendelea kule Kasarani. Na walikuwa wanaona kama chama inachukuliwa na support ya serikali through NSIS. Sasa tukaona wacha tutake cover kwa chama yetu isiende na walagai. Naona ukiangalia wale walikuwa wanataka hizo vyama vyeo wakati huo walikaa baada ya uchaguzi mpaka saa hii wachache sana walibaki. Yes.
And a lot of people did not believe it, that we were actually saying the truth. It only turned to them, it was clear, even to Baba, that this was the situation when they came to the floor.
I shouldered the blame of the Men in Black, and I'm happy.
been split. At that time, ODM was the single biggest political party in Kenya. The party moved with speed to save face by setting up a caretaker committee which had members from both camps.
It's very unfortunate that that was not to be, that some forces conspired to interfere with the exercise.
We met at his office at Capitol Hill. But as I was going to that meeting, I told Ababu, I've been called by the party leader. I'll tell you what we'll discuss because it has to do with these party elections. But when upon arrival there, I also found Ababu. And we talked. People are trying to bridge the gap. Ababu had issues with Oburu Oginga there. Yes. And then we thought we had resolved the matter only to be shipped into a boardroom full of the media. We didn't know the media was there. We actually were cornered. And the media, you can even find those in your file. We were ambushed. And we were told to go and say that we are okay and the party is fine. We were really managed. Dennis Onyango should tell us how he did that. So over 10 cameras there. And now we can't deny, and we are laughing and looking very like we were all together, Junet, Professor Nyong'o, Oburu, myself, Waluke, Mogeni, the former member, but such is politics.
In a bid to rescue the Orange Party, Odinga put in place a 5-member task force to investigate the botched election. It had Jotham Nyukuri as its chair, Harold Kipchumba, Isaiah Mandala, Mtalaki Mwashimba, and Jotham Arua. However, Arua withdrew from the team, citing state commitments.
The investigation did not really reveal to say so and so is to blame. What I remember is how much I submitted before that that task force, the one led by Nyukuri. I think it was Nyukuri. Yes. I don't know, I could have taken 5 hours talking, giving them steps of all that we had done as a board to ensure that exercise was in order.
Mmoja unato kuendesha uchaguzi na Mheshimiwa Kosgei alikuwa ni chama anaondoka. Sasa yeye anajua hizi vitu, si mgeni, anajua mambo ya vyama. Si sababu si useme tu ODM, ilikuwa vyama vyote zinakuwa na hizo problems. Kwa hivyo yeye alikuwa anapena mamlaka akiondoka. So si vitu za kushangaa. Kila mtu alikuwa anajua kwamba uchaguzi utakuwa, lakini tu kutoa kuambia nini tumepanga, kwa sababu angejua wangetuzuia.
But it is not a problem of ODM alone, I must say. Political parties in Kenya have a serious structural issue because they are predicated upon tribalism and they do not take, time to go through the rigors of institutionalization. Now they are formed around personalities and tribal alliances. They don't fully aspire to achieve proper democratic ideals. And some of the decisions made are purely based on political considerations. I was, of course, as you may know, I was later on expelled by ODM. And we had to go through the whole process of disciplinary. I was expelled. We even had to go to court.
We want the register. It is there, the one you are using.
5 years down the line, the national elections of one of the largest political parties in the country have never been held. Duncan Hemba, The Untold Story.
Delegates, we want the registers read.